a new band called Kentucky Rails.
Right on.
They're a killer band from Toronto, made up of some hired musicians, some hired guns. These guys are like legit amazing.
Right on.
So one of the guys, Justin DeGraff, he is one of the most incredible musicians I've ever met in my whole entire life.
Right.
And I'm lucky enough to be his friend.
Right.
And yeah, he just got done touring Europe. He's coming home, and his main objective is to make this project the biggest it can be.
Right.
That's awesome.
And, you know,
He picked the right guy.
I think he did.
I
really think he did.
Yeah.
I think me and him are going to do really great
That's
things
cool.
together.
I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah.
What about
for
Cuba?
sure.
You mentioned that you may be taking off for a bit.
I am. I'm moving to Havana for 3 months.
Okay, when's this happening?
This is happening January 2018.
Nice.
I'm going to visit him. I swear to God.
Yeah, of course.
Because London I just showed
It's
him
an
right
open
now.
door. London, Ontario.
I just showed him this on the way
Flies
here.
to Cuba.
They just announced that today.
Yeah.
Straight
So I'm
flight.
gonna go to
Straight
Cuba.
flight.
So you want to do a podcast in Cuba, Sean?
Potentially, we'll see.
Fucking right.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, if he's,
Come
if
to
he's still
my
there.
What are
Come
you
to
doing?
my villa.
What are you doing there?
I'm going to go, you know, again, my favorite. What do you do there? I'm going to drink.
He goes, I'm going to go.
I'm going to go.
Party?
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Party?
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to
Whatever
go.
needs to do to write, because the most fucked up writers, the best writers in the world, got the most fucked up.
The most fucked up writers in the world get the most fucked up.
Okay, Billy Joel, John Lennon, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm not arguing with you.
No,
I'm
it's
saying,
about
like,
the music, man.
Yeah.
You know, my whole life I've
fucked up weird is
watched, I've
That's
watched,
wild.
I've watched Cuba. I've watched the music.
It's a
that's
country,
come
not
out
a
of
show,
there.
by the way.
Watch Cuba. All right.
Good. He's the best.
Awesome. So, any advice for any up and coming musicians, man, to make it to where you've made it?
I haven't made it anywhere yet.
I know, but you're still up and
Or
coming,
us.
man, and absolutely.
I am, yeah.
You've done some pretty incredible things.
We're
and
lucky to have you on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We appreciate
Absolutely.
your time. For
I
sure.
appreciate
We love
that,
having
man.
you. First guy to start the pee breaks and the smoke breaks.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
I was
what
a kid
a
of pee
prick,
breaks. I
eh?
wasn't ready for smoke breaks.
I'm a prick. I'm a
'Cause,
prick.
a lot of podcasts, people do go for pee breaks.
That's
and
fine.
I was going to come eventually.
Yeah.
But smoke break, I didn't see it
Yeah,
coming.
well, a pee break.
Pee break can happen. It's a lot, especially if you've had some drinks, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and then the smoke break. I'm like, fuck. I wish I could just. It's too nice a place to let
No,
you.
you're absolutely.
I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I asked him.
We'll get a real studio one day where you can smoke whatever
Smoke
the fuck
darts,
you
You know
want.
what? I don't think that we're far away, though.
Yeah, if you want to do well,
Yeah, we're far away.
I think
Yeah.
you're close.
I
have a
don't
little
think we're
close.
that far away.
No, I think you're fine.
yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I wish you all the best in your.
We wish you.
We wish you all the best. We wish you all the best in your future success. And man, I didn't know about the anxiety with you, dude. Like, before we go, I just want to ask.
yeah.
Are you gonna try to?
Let's get into it if you want.
Are you
Please,
okay with
Dive
that?
into it.
Okay, so
Let's do it.
the
Dive in.
anxiety and going to the bars. I mean, have you ever thought about seeing someone for the anxiety?
I do see someone.
You do see
don't
someone.
release the name. That's
I
obviously-
do. Well, I won't tell you who.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
that's okay.
How is it helping you?
And is it helping you?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I've done it for a while.
So, like a psychologist, psychiatrist, therapist.
Because Ryan, that's a fucking strong drink. So,
Well, that's
I was gonna say an addiction therapist.
I was calling you out, man.
No.
Don't worry, I'll match you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No problem there.
But is it working? Is
It is, yeah, man. It is. It
Yeah.
really is. It's something I've struggled with since I was younger.
yeah?
What's younger?
Anxiety's big here on this
Since
podcast.
you've been in
Man, no. Since I most likely, I think the first time I felt it was legit, probably grade 9 high school.
Yeah, that's
So
a
when we
tough
started
time.
music,
It's
It's a big step.
huge step, dude.
Yeah.
And like.
High school's a big monster when you're
It's
that
a big
age.
step. You're
Scary
young.
monster.
You're
Yeah.
a small fish in a big pond,
Yeah.
and like, you know, everybody's trying to make their way. That's a tough
It is.
spot to be in
Yeah.
life. I think everybody can agree with that. That is
Yeah.
high
I
school
I agree
is
with you for sure.
high school is the where you get judged
Yeah.
the most.
Oh, absolutely.
I got picked on. I
You
got
get
picked on.
judged.
Oh, so did I. I think
You get judged so much, and there's so many great people out there that have literally lost their shit because of that.
Yeah,
And
absolutely, man. Look at the TV show 13 Reasons Why that came out because
my
of all the fucking shit
God,
that goes on,
man.
right?
That's
listen,
a heartbreaking show.
Yeah,
dude,
I don't agree with it though.
You
I
don't
won't
agree with it?
I won't watch it.
I don't agree.
You
with
won't watch it.
I won't watch it because I'm scared of it.
I think you
Yeah,
should.
I think
you should.
it touches it presses buttons for. It brought me back to high school for sure. So it pushes buttons.
I think
indeed.
everybody. I think if you're a bully, that show will press buttons.
But you know
I
what?
think
I don't agree.
absolutely.
If you haven't
But
watched
fuck.
it, there's one thing I don't agree with the show, and I'll tell you this. One thing I don't agree with the show, I'm going to say this very blatantly, is that she was waiting for people to fail rather than picking. So, did you watch the show?
Yeah, I watched it all from start to
Remember when
finish.
she asked the guidance counselor to help her, and she walked out the door waiting for him to help her?
Yeah.
And she knew
Yeah.
she was waiting for someone to fuck up to make her decision.
Well, I think that.
She punished people. She used her decision to punish other people.
But when you're suicidal, I don't think you're thinking straight. I
But
think that
it's evil towards yourself, not others.
Well, I think unfortunately a lot of people are looking
I don't
for
know.
a
This is
reason
my-
to
my
feel the
opinion.
validation. Yeah.
I'm ready to learn otherwise.
Yeah,
But
I
this is
think
my
a lot of
opinion.
people would understand. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, well, why didn't she seek help?" But anyway, yeah,
Thank you, Ryan.
they're comparing
True
drinks
musician in
here.
his form.
But anyway, we don't have to get into 13 Reasons Why. We could talk about
We will
that
another
later.
day, for
another
sure,
day,
for sure.
But so tell me about the therapy. Like, what are you guys
Yeah.
working on together?
Oh man, we're working on things like, when do you think you're ready to blossom? When do you think you're ready to
Be who you want
to
be.
make the switch between letting other people decide how to define you versus when you're ready to decide to define yourself?
Right. So
You know,
basically,
like
yeah.
just inner strength.
Yeah.
Legit inner strength, and that happens with time.
Yeah.
I guess
patience, time,
patience
sure.
and time.
Yeah.
I've had a big problem with, like, I've never been good enough. This is not stemming from my family at all because they've been very loving and supportive. But
right.
being good enough to be accepted in the music biz, being good enough to let other artists let me write songs for them.
Right.
You know,
Big
that's
deal.
a
Yeah.
huge thing for people. Like,
It's a lot of pressure.
you know,
too.
that's their careers.
Yeah.
That's huge pressure, dude.
Yeah.
And that's always something I've struggled with. When if I don't write another song, this band doesn't have another song.
Right.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So if you have a problem dealing with pressure, but you keep putting yourself in situations that other people don't have the ability to, for pressure, what's recurring? Like what's your salvation? Because you have the opportunity that most people don't, but you have to deal with higher pressure than most people don't. But you don't deal with pressure better than most people.
What?
If you're confused by that, I don't understand. I love this. You know what I'm saying? You get it.
Kinda.
You have the position. No, I don't know what you're confused about. You have the unique position to deal with pressure higher than most people.
A unique position to deal with pressure higher than most people. Do you mean like the pressure that's going to be placed on him is more
As a
so
writer,
than,
yes, he has.
Yeah.
He puts himself in a position from other artists as a writer.
Yeah,
he's
when
always
I-
pressured.
yeah.
But he is. If he deals with pressure in a terrible way, but he's constantly always putting himself in position of pressure because he's writing new songs all the
It's an
time.
addiction, man.
Yeah.
So he's conditioned. So he's constantly putting himself under new pressure, more so than most people. But he deals with
Yeah.
it not as good as most people.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So yeah, you're putting yourself in uncomfortable situations
More than
regularly
most.
because you're passionate about it.
Yes.
Yes.
But also, most people
Don't have the opportunity.
I don't know if you don't if you're saying like you don't deal with it as well. I think that your pressure is just it's a larger pressure from these bigger bands.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but people
Yeah,
don't
it
have the
is.
opportunity more of the time. Like most people don't have the opportunity to have other people relying on them to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough one. That's super tough,
That's what I
dude.
mean.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, people have their careers and they built themselves up.
So do you
As an
turn
artist-
do you turn to booze? Like, does that create anxiety? Like just putting yourself under that pressure, or is it strictly social when you go to
I
the
wanna
bars?
I think it's strictly social, dude.
It's
I think-
strictly social.
Yeah, it is. It's like I have this thing, and maybe people can relate. Maybe they can't.
Of
but
course they can.
When I go to bars, if I'm not at that perfect level for Ryan Lynch.
Right. At least
That
to walk in the
perfect
door.
Personal level to
That's a
even
good
walk
way to
in the
put it.
door.
Yeah.
I love that.
Perfect.
I love that.
Perfect spot for Ryan Lynch. Then I am fucking losing my mind.
Really?
Yeah,
I get the
dude.
same way sometimes.
And I can mask it. I'm a master of masking that out. Like where you
Yeah.
meet people. They're all over the place, and you're in this bar, and you're having a good time, and everything's fucking super la-di-da. It's fun, and
Right.
oh, you write music. Oh, you do this. It's
Right.
a blast. But I'm scared shitless, dude.
Right.
If I'm not at that
Wow, I
perfect,
never
if I'm
thought
not
that,
if I'm not at that perfect buzz and that perfect little situation for myself,
Yeah.
then I start fucking freaking out.
Really?
Yeah. So you know what I do when I freak out?
What?
Drink.
I drink more.
Yeah.
There
sure.
you go. Yeah,
And you know what that does?
Yeah.
Nothing.
You're right.
It does nothing.
Yeah.
You know what that does? The people that are looking at me to talk to me and do this is like, yeah, he's actually a big fucking idiot.
Well,
And
It happens
he's
to all
got
of us,
no
buddy.
idea what he's talking about. He's just a lucky piece of shit that.
do you think people say that about you?
I would never thought that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
have thought
do,
that
I would
either.
have
yeah.
thought that. I wouldn't have thought that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of you too. But
Yeah.
No, not being honest. This
Yeah.
podcast is about being honest.
Yeah.
We're not saying things
Yeah.
to make you happy.
No,
We're
no,
being
no.
honest.
And I have an honest question for both of you.
Please.
So what makes you guys feel like you have to go to the bar? If it's so, like, if you need to be drunk before you go, why go?
Well, for me, it's boredom in this city sometimes.
Boredom, yeah.
Boredom in the city, and
okay.
I can't go to a bar. I like to socialize, regardless if it's for. There's no purpose of it.
being social, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can't go to a bar because I have ADHD. So
Right.
when I go to a bar sober, I'm anxious. So people notice me. I'm not when
Yeah.
you're talking to me. If I'm sober,
Because there's all the people, so you're kind of like this.
I'm not paying attention to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to, and I'm offending you, but I want to pay attention to you. I really do.
It does.
But
Yeah.
I can't.
No,
I
I get
can't
it.
pay attention to you, and I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to be negligent. I'm not trying to be rude. But if my anxiety and my anxious behavior in that situation precedes my want
Right.
to listen to your story,
That's
Fuck
fucking-
you.
That's
Right.
straight up.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I need to be comfortable before I need to listen to you.
Right.
And
And-
so I'll be looking around. But if I get a couple drinks in me, I'm loose.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
You'll
give you the time of
chill.
day.
Sure.
I don't care who's behind me. I don't care who's over there.
Right.
I can focus on you. So the fact of the matter is, I have to find that perfect balance.
Yeah.
Now, do I drink all the time? No. You
No.
know that.
Yeah.
However, when I do drink, it's there's a method to my madness, and what that means is that I find the perfect amount of buzz between drunk where I can listen to you and you enjoy my company. He gets it. You
I think
enjoy
a
my
lot
company,
of people in the city get
but
it.
it's not about me. It's
Or
not about,
in life.
but it's not about you enjoying my company. It's also me enjoying your company.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Because if you're pressuring me with questions and I'm thinking about this, I don't want to feel like an asshole.
And not answer the questions.
Oh yeah.
I want to
Right.
have the perfect balance between you're not being an asshole and I'm not being an asshole. And we can
You
have
want
fun.
harmony.
And we have fun.
You want harmony, and alcohol seems
assholes
to unite.
and
Yeah.
assholes in harmony.
But that's,
Sure.
that's
Now
the way it
that's
is.
the new
Yeah.
that's
It really
the new
is.
AA.
Yeah.
I think that's might be the new AA for guys.
But I don't do it often. But the reason why I go to the
2017.
bar to put myself in the situation is because, let's be honest, we live in London. You either know everybody or you don't know anybody.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know, man. I obviously I was the exact same
Yeah.
as both of you until a few years ago, and
We
you
have
to
different.
just-
We have different lives, though.
So you got
yeah,
sober.
we
yeah.
definitely do have different lives, but you just have to be more creative about how you meet with people like this, right? But I
Absolutely.
understand that.
I enjoy this.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing: I'm in the middle.
What do you mean?
I don't go. I don't go out, and I'm not. I don't know. I don't go out that much. I do, but I do. I don't.
It's one or the other.
What?
No, but I also have the ability to do this as well.
Sure.
I've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
This is my originally when I did the Captain Podcast, it was my creative intuition that allowed me to do this.
It's your outlet.
It was my outlet for
Yeah.
me to have a conversation with people and not be at the bar with them.
Yeah. Fair enough.
While
Fair
I
enough.
was going to the bar.
Well, you're going. Well, I agree with you. I think that you picked up some of your guests probably from going out to the bar, right?
The majority of my guests I never met at the bar.
Really?
The majority of my guests were business owners that never ever even
That you just approached,
that I approached because I want to tell their story.
right? So you really don't even need the bar.
I don't.
No, you can still use that same everything that you used to create the podcast.
But I enjoy the bar because
There we go.
Yeah, I'm
that's
just- I'm just-
exact.
human
No,
being.
no. That's
Yeah.
exactly.
But I enjoy the bar because I'm a human being.
I think
Okay.
that's exactly what we're all
I don't
trying
need
to
the bar at
say.
all.
I'm a human being. I don't enjoy it anymore.
But
No.
I do. But also you had a hard time with your extremes.
I had a hard time with anxiety and I self-medicated.
I'm not. I don't.
Yeah.
But I dealt with the anxiety, and I can go to the bar now and not drink, no problem.
And have a
I
good
don't
time.
enjoy it.
So can I.
But
so
you
can
just
I.
don't
Yeah,
enjoy
I
it.
don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
But I'm also not going to get the drunk to the
It's
extreme
not the
level
same.
where I keep pushing myself.
Yeah.
I won't do that. So I have a weird balance. Do I go out too much? I don't think so. But when I do, I go hard.
That's